Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we have been designing this responsive portfolio website from scratch using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And we have already designed everything, and we also hosted it on Netlify, and in the previous video I showed you how to host it on a Blogger website. So this is basically a Blogger website. You can see blogspot.com, and we have completely changed the homepage design to our custom design over here. Now the only thing we need to do over here is to make this contact form work. So right now if we click on this send message button, we get this error over here. So we need to fix that. Now we're going to make use of the contact form that comes by default with Blogger, and we're going to change the design to make it look like this. And I will also leave the link of the source code of this design in the description, so you can go ahead and check that out. Alright, so let's get started. Right, first of all, let's go to the Blogger dashboard, and let's go to theme, and let's click on this arrow and click on edit HTML, and let's scroll down and go to the HTML, and let's go to the contact section. So this is the contact section. So what we will do is I'll just make some space over here, and here I'll just add the widget of contact form by Blogger. So the first thing we need to do is create a B section. So let's create a B section, and we need to add an ID, and let's give it an ID of contact section, and let's close the B section over here. Now the next thing we need to do is add a Blogger widget. Now for a Blogger widget you need to have a section, so that's why we added this section over here. So let's create a B widget, and we'll give it an ID of contact form 1, and we'll give it a type of contact form, and let's close it over here. Right now what will happen is that Blogger will generate some code automatically when we save this theme. So let's click on save, and now let's scroll down, and here we can see after our default contact section we have this contact widget by Blogger. So here we can see it has created all this code for us till here. Now if we go back to our website, and if I refresh this page, and if I scroll down, here we can see this is the default contact form by Blogger. Now we need to make this design look like this. Now the first thing we need to do is remove these labels. So let's go back to our theme code, and let's remove this label from here, and we'll also remove this paragraph tag, and we'll also remove this BR tag. So if you scroll up to the contact form, here we can see inside the form we have the input fields. We don't have any paragraph tag or BR tags. So let's remove all the unnecessary tags from here. So we'll remove these paragraphs, this label and this BR tag. We will do the same for these 3 lines of code. And then we have this paragraph over here, so let's remove this as well. And then we also have this paragraph over here. Let's remove this. And then we have this input button, and after that we have these 2 paragraph tags for the error and the success messages. Right now let's scroll up and let's see what else we need to have. So we need to have this placeholder for all these input fields. So for the first one we have a placeholder of full name, then we have email, and then for the text area we have a placeholder of message. So let's scroll down and let's add them. For the first one, let's add a placeholder of full name, and then for the second input field let's add a placeholder of email, and then for the text area we will have a placeholder of message. And let's see what are the number of rows we need to have. So we need to have rows 10. So let's change 5 to 10. And then for the submit button, let's see what else we need to do. So for the button we have a button tag with a class of button and light. And for the text we need to have send message. So let's scroll down, and here for this button we already have these 2 classes. Let's also add our class called btn and light. And for the value we need to set it to send message. Right now it is set to send. So I'll just delete this attribute from here, So we don't need to have an expression, we need to have a value. So let's type value equals, and let's type send message. Right now the next thing we will do is structure this contact form just like this form right here. So first of all, we have this section with a class of contact and an ID of contact, and in that we have this wrapper, and in the wrapper we have this h2, and then we have this form. So let's copy these 3 lines of code from here, and let's paste it over here, and let's copy these 2 lines of code from here, these ending tags for div and section. So let's copy these, and let's paste it over here. Right now let's click on save, and let's see what else we need to change. Let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. So this is our default contact form, and this is the contact form from Blogger, and it looks almost similar. Now we need to remove this heading from here. So let's go back to our theme code and let's go to the contact form. And here we can see we have this line of code which includes the widget title. So the widget title is contact form. So let's remove this line of code from here. And now let's click on save. And let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. And now we don't seem to have any problem. So let's click on send message. And here we have this error message over here. And let's right click over here and click on inspect. And here we can see we have this paragraph tag. Now we need to change the color of this text to white. So if I just type color white, this is how it looks. And here we can see the paragraph tag is inside a div. And for the div we already have some styles applied over here. We have text aligned to center and max width set to 222. So what we will do is we'll just remove this max width from here. So if I just remove that from here, let's see what happens. And now we can see it looks even better. Now let's make these changes in our theme code. So let's go back to our theme code. Let's scroll down, and here in the contact form, here we can see for the division we have this style of text align center and max width 222 pixels. Let's remove this. And here for the paragraph, let's add a style. Let's set it to color white, and we'll do the same for this paragraph. We'll set the color of the text to white. Right now let's save this, and let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. Now let's click on send message, and here we can see we have this error message and we have the correct styling. Let's add some values over here. So I'll just type john@email.com, and let's type some text over here, and let's click on send message. And now we can see that the message was sent, and this message will be sent to the email ID associated with your Blogger website. But here we can see after sending the message we have a different styling for the button. So let's right click over here and let's click on inspect. Now we had added the class btn for this input field, but after sending the message the class has disappeared from here. So what we will do is we will add the same styling to this selector as well. So here we can see that they are selecting input of type button. So let's go back to our template code and let's go to the CSS of the button. So this is the CSS for the button. So I'll just add the selector over here. So for the contact form we have a class called contact form, and in that we have this form, and in that we have this input with the type of button. So let's add that selector over here. I'll just type contact form input of type button, and here we will add a comma. And now let's save this, and let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page, and here we'll just add some dummy value, and let's click on send message. And now we have some improvement. Now we need to change the width to fit to the content of the button, and we also need to position it to the right over here. So let's go back to our theme code and let's go to the button CSS. So here I'll just add contact form input of type button, and here I'll just set the width to fit content. And since this is inside a flex box, we can just type align self and set it to flex end, so it will be aligned to the right. Now let's click on save. Now let's test our website once more, and let's add some values over here, and let's click on send message. And now we can see everything looks alright. So now we can safely delete this contact form from here. So let's go back to our theme code and let's scroll down and let's delete this contact form and let's save it. Let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page, and everything looks alright. So that's basically how you make your contact form work in your Blogger website. Alright, so that's it for this video, and with that we have completed designing this portfolio website from scratch using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So if you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below, and I will also leave the link of the source code in the description of this video. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.